In my case, the communication disabling was almost exclusively caused by my body, or more accurately, by my brain. Removing external barriers will do little for someone like me and the millions other out there with similar conditions, whereas a miracle cure or breakthrough in brain research could do a lot. Why does this matter, though? Because characterizing my problems as originating with society and not with me sends a signal that solutions should be sought through social change rather than through medical research. Perhaps of more concern is that characterizing my bodily deficits as a condition or an impairment masks a brutal reality with ladylike language. The term disability, with all of its negative connotations, does not do this. Again, if society is the one that is disabled, the one with the problem, and not me, does this not lessen the sense of urgency others, including the state, might feel to help me fix my damaged body? The final problem with the convention is that a liberal conception of autonomy is one of its guiding principles. Unfortunately, this conception of autonomy does not fit with my experience as a person living with profound communication disabilities. The emphasis on independence and control over decision-making found in the convention reflects the thinking of Immanuel Kant. Honora O'Neill characterizes Kantian autonomy this way: it is generally seen as a matter of independence, as a matter or capacity of independent decision or action. In contrast to this conceptualization of the autonomous person, I was completely dependent on others for my very survival. To the extent that I was able to live a life that had value, to the extent that I was able to communicate with the world, to the extent that I was able to engage with it, was because of loved ones facilitating me. Perhaps most counter-Kantian, though, was the degree to which I just could not think for myself because I was so ill. I left the thinking to loved ones. I often made the decision-making on my behalf to loved ones to do. So eroded was my sense of self that there were times when others spoke my name and I did not respond because I could not associate the name of Meredith with the person I had become. Yet, according to Kantian philosophers, autonomy, the ability and tendency to think for oneself, the ability to make decisions for oneself about one's life, is what makes morality, any type of morality, possible. This conception of autonomy excludes from moral personhood the very people for whom the convention is meant to protect. In response to this Kantian conception, Eva Quite argues that it is our capacity to care and not autonomy that makes us truly moral beings. I am not, however, suggesting that autonomous rights do not belong in the convention. Relying on care alone can be dangerous for those who only know the institutional kind, or at best know care as a financial transaction instead of the care that Quite proposes or the kind that I experienced. However, a relational conception of autonomy moves us in the right direction. According to the feminist theorist Susan Sherwin, it allows us to appreciate how each relationship a person participates in plays a role in fostering or inhibiting that individual's capacity for autonomous action. By encouraging or restricting her opportunities to understand herself as an autonomous agent. If states and activists are willing to read a relational conception of autonomy into the convention, we may be able to support the development and maintenance of genuine agape, particularly in situations where the needs are highest, that is, where people are isolated or where there is an enormous stress on existing relationships. In doing so, we might find a way to expand the territory of rights to the area where the heart resides. Thank you.